Buckle up, sports fanatics. This is the Sports Chasers Podcast, your HQ for in-depth sports talk. Join host Kevin L. Warren and crew as they dissect the hottest stories, ignite debates, and bring you closer to the action. From locker room whispers to expert takes, we cover it all. It's game time, so strap in and grab a drink. The Sports Chasers Podcast starts right now.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's happening, everybody? It's another edition of the Sports Chasers Podcast coming to you live and direct. Another Thursday night as we get into live sports, as we talk about sports all around the globe. We got the Olympics. We're going to square up what's going on with the Olympics. Also, we got a special guest. I'll get to them in a second. We got a Sports Chasers Podcast weekly recap. What has happened in the news, the sports news this past week. We also have the poll question of the night. We had two last night, but we're going to recycle this one again tonight. I think Dan and Ryan should definitely be interested. Paris, we'll recap the Paris 2024 Olympics, the gold medals and who got what. MLB power rankings. Hey, we'll talk about football. We'll talk about the NFL. The NFL's in preseason. Hey, we'll talk about that. Training camp is here. Like I said, Major League Baseball, Aaron Judge is the youngest. He got the 300 home runs, the quickest that anybody has done it in the game. We'll talk about my Yankees, Aaron Judge. But, hey, before we do all of that, let's meet the crew. We got D-Dubs. What's going on, bro? How are you, sir?
What's good? What's good? Thursday night, Sports Chasers Podcast. You know, haters will love us. We ain't going nowhere. So, you know.
We not going nowhere, man. Shout out to all those that be in the comments on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Hey, keep bringing it. We love it, man. You know, we respond. We holler at you.
Absolutely.
So we definitely do, man, especially D-Dubs and the DA. We got Dan, the toxic one, the hockey dude. I guess when hockey season over, he's the toxic one. Hey, before we go off, man, him and Ryan last night, man. Yo, I woke up this morning, 200-some text messages, man, because in the group chat, because they kept going back and forth about the whole Caitlin Clark thing. I said, hey, guys, save it for maybe tonight, man. I woke up. I chimed in one time, and then when I woke up, I was like, oh, my God, two. And it's just Ryan and Dan going at it, man. So the toxic one, because it's not hockey season. Dan, the toxic one. What's up, Dan? How are you, sir?
I'm doing good, bro. We were going at it. We were having a good discussion.
Hey,
and frankly, we had to do it, or this would have been a 6-hour show.
Definitely, man. The DA will not be with us tonight, man. I believe Mike Mills is running late, and the angry one, he might be running late here, man. And Ryan will be on here shortly, man. Hey, we got a special guest, man. Let me he's really no guest to the show. He's a friend of the show, man. He's coming on tonight, man, to plug his new podcast. Let me just give him the right introduction. So it's going to be three of them, man, and the name of their podcast, man. You know what? I'm just going to give it to them so they can take it away, or he can take it away. Hey, Coach Sylvester Wells, what's up, bro? How are you tonight? What's going on, man? What's happening, man?
I'm good, brother. Hey, happy to be here, chatting with you guys, man, as always. Like you say, family, man. Hey, I enjoy it every time I'm on the show.
No doubt, man. Well, just tell me about you got just introduce your show, man. Once again, man. Tell us what you got going on.
All right, so it's me, my homie Will Jones and Rique King, and came up with the idea probably about a year and a half ago. So trying to work out some crinkles and get everything going, and actually got everything going with the help of you. So the name of the podcast is called Simp Sports Podcast, right? So, all right, and see,
SIMP. Well,
SIMP. And see, it's pretty much a sports show based on youth, high school, and college sports. Everybody does professional sports. And what's missing is, talking about the kids where it started, the youth in the high school, and
Tell us
towards college.
what the acronym means.
Okay, so when you say the word simp, the kids use it today, and they talking about a friend. They usually think of him as a wuss or lame or something
Yeah.
like that. But we like to turn negatives into positive on the show. So simp stands for simply I make plays.
Nice.
So that just try to turn, like I say, turn the negative into a positive,
Positive.
and give the kids something to be proud of, to wear shirts and stuff like that. So
I'm a
you
simp.
know yeah
I
you
love
know
it, man. I
yeah,
love it.
so I think it's catchy, and Will came up with it because if anybody know Will from the
Yeah.
Sports
Will is
Fanatics
my
group,
hero. Yes.
Will is Will is Will is the person that gets under your skin without you even knowing it. Like he antagonizes, you know.
He's a troll. He loves
Yeah,
trolling.
Will is
yeah.
a master troll.
Will's like
He's a
sound like my
master
guy.
troll. He's a
He
master
sounds like
troll.
yeah.
But his points are valid. He makes valid points, and he came up with the name, and it just stuck, and we just rolling with it from here, man. I think
Yeah.
it's going
That's
to be
dope.
a good show.
Dope.
Yeah, man. Me and Wells been talking, man, and he's been having this idea, and I said, man, you and your dudes go for it, man. You, Will, and Rique, y'all go for it, man. I love content creation because you know why? We get a chance. And I always said this as when I said in my interview with Tracy has it. I said we as regular people, right? We get our opportunity to say something. We don't have to rely on the legacy media that a lot of people rely on, who I don't believe anymore. And
Definitely don't believe.
yeah,
No.
we get a chance to say our spill, and we can be just as effective or even better. I've seen I absolutely listen to more YouTube content creators than I do
Oh,
regular TV.
for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Whatever your niche is, we all like different sports up here. More than go ahead, D.
More so because it's authentic and real, and they're not coming at it with no nonsense and no BS with it. So
Spoiler alert.
Okay.
Hey, all them other shows, hey, they scripted. Yeah, your first take or your watch take or whatever, it's scripted.
Just to be fun, just to try to be funny, and sometimes it lands and whatever.
But, put your glasses back on.
Yeah, that was funny though. I don't think that was scripted, but that was definitely funny. I don't even know if they say shout out to Skip. Yo, that was crazy. But
Real quick. Skip got unceremoniously. I mean, he got under he made a lot of enemies, I guess. You saw Chris Carter on this past week. Skip was a real journalist back in the days when he used to cover the Cowboys.
Oh yeah.
And he got on board with this, and I don't mean to take it off. He got on board with this embrace debate thing and scripted stuff, and it pretty much went like how can I say it, a hot stock. And then after a while, that hot stock was no longer a hot stock, and it tanked.
Right.
And now it's all coming by. Sports talk, authentic sports talk, I believe, is coming back to the center as we do on this show. So I'm proud of what we're doing. I'm super excited what Wells and his crew with Will and Rique are getting ready to do. So y'all make sure y'all check out the Simp Podcast. I'm a simp.
So Wells, where you trying to take it to? Like as far as these young kids, youth,
youth sports,
Okay.
Because whether you know or not, youth sports has changed from when we played. Now
Definitely.
you got
Absolutely.
you got these young kids in middle school and elementary school because they play travel ball are being ranked now. Like you got kids that I know here in Georgia, they rank kids, based on, and this is football, and even in basketball with travel ball, these kids are being ranked at an early age.
And again, NILs
are now in high school on that level.
I didn't know that until the other week. I didn't know how crazy it is now.
So it's actually they're making youth and high school sports the same level as the pros when it comes to these kids. Like I say, these kids get ranked at an early age. To me, that's a lot of pressure because
I
you
was
have to maintain that.
I was going to ask you, how is that good or bad? Because now what do they look forward to? What do they have to, if they get in like that? What do they have to look forward to when you talk about professional level?
Professional level, to me, you have to, like I said, they have to maintain that. Now, a lot of, because I coach AAU travel ball and I coach, and I do a lot of traveling. I've seen the best of the best play. I've seen Bronny play. I've seen Mikey Williams play. I've seen uh, Cooper Flag play. I've seen the Boozer twins. I've seen all these kids play. And when I watch them, I can tell that these kids are the real deal.
Right.
And there's some kids that are being mentioned, they have a lot of pressure, and it's not that the kid can't succeed that pressure or keep that keep it going. It's the people around it.
Right.
Because you go to these like live peers or NCAA live peers for basketball or whatever, you have to be careful what you say because you never know who you in the stand sitting around. And I've seen parents ruin it for their kids recruiting.
Of course.
Yeah. So based off what you say, it's just one of those things that a lot of pressure is on the kid, but like it falls on the parents a lot of time and the people that they have in their circle. Um, and it's if you don't know it, not high school sports is actually becoming the talk of the town now. Everywhere you
Mm-hmm.
go, everywhere you go, they got rankings. You can imagine how many sites do rankings. You got 247, you got ESPN, and this is high school.
Right.
So, but then you also have the kids that play in the same school or play in the same area as some of these kids that don't have the stars but are better. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to shine a spotlight on some of these kids that have it
Right.
compared to the ones that they're always talking about. So I think it's going to be a dope show because I mean, if y'all remember, the last uh, national high school or youth program that we had was Scholastic Sports America.
Okay.
Didn't know that.
There's really nothing out there like that now.
Uh,
It's kind of forgetting about the youth and the high schoolers when they're the one that we're going to be watching in college. Those are the ones that we are going to be talking about down the road when they make it to the pros. So let's just give them their flowers now. That's just
Gotcha.
how I see it.
And Wells, just a little bit about you. Wells from the southeastern, from the Savannah region, and that's pretty much where he's been coaching and doing his thing. Let me ask you this. We always talk about the positives and what could be some of the shady ongoings right now with high school sports. It's almost like it's college football
Yeah,
before.
it's just like that. Um, like some like some areas are behind the power curve, and I'll be the one to say it. Savannah is behind the the eight ball when it comes to how everything is run in Georgia. Now, whether y'all know it or not, Georgia has made it to where AAU coaches can now become head coaches at high schools.
Wow.
mm,
And the reason being is because it probably wasn't even mentioned as far as other states. So they just, you know, piggybacked on what other states been doing. And Savannah doesn't they don't agree with that rule.
mm,
So that's why every year when it comes to state championships, you have the teams from Atlanta, Augusta, and Albany that's always in the state championship or winning the state championship. out of the 16, 17 high schools that Savannah have here, when it comes to football, you may have one. When it comes to basketball, you may have one.
Right.
That's just, that's just, but in Atlanta or those other areas, you live in Augusta, you can go to the state championship game and cheer for 3 or 4 teams that whole weekend.
Wow.
And that's just one of the like the downfalls of it, that certain areas don't pick up on what others are doing, and try to compete.
Gotcha.
So to me, that's one of the downfalls of it. But like I say, that falls on the administration and the coaches, the schools that won't allow it.
Let me ask you this: will you be your primary focus as sports? Will it be just only football and basketball, or will you cover?
No, baseball, because I'm in Savannah. Like it's
shout out to the
plethora,
Savannah Bananas.
a plethora of athletes here. A lot of kids don't get recruited for basketball, but football and baseball, track, lacrosse, that's a different story. You have multiple kids. I remember maybe about 4 or 5 years ago, one high school here, Jenkins High School, had 29 players either go D1 or D2. 29 from one team. Most ever in this area. So now you have the number 1 defensive player in the country that plays here at Savannah Christian. You got a rising sophomore that is now the number 4 player in the country at defensive end. You have one of the top receivers in the country that just committed to Georgia that plays here at Calvary. And on our show, you would get to meet some of these players because we look to have them on the show.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to highlight those players, and then we're going to highlight the kids that are stand out in their sport but don't get the recognition, just to shine some light on them also.
Gotcha. That's a heck of a concept, which I got going. And like I said, I wish you guys all the best. I know you guys.
Yeah, no doubt.
You guys will do well in your niche, and a lot of people, man. So I know you're gonna make it happen.
Oh, absolutely.
And have a lot of, like you said, shine the light on, high school sports. Me and D-Dub grew up in New York City, man. So high school football wasn't like how it was. I never forget, Wells, I was having a conversation with your cousin one time. He said, man, y'all didn't have Friday night lights? I said, dog, we didn't have lights.
No, we had street lights. That's it. Friday night street lights. That's about it.
I said, I said football games. When I played on the football team, I don't know if it's still the same way up there, but they played football games on Saturday morning.
Saturday mornings. Yeah.
Your cousin was appalled. He was like, what?
Yeah.
Like when I moved to Charlotte, man, I really didn't understand the whole Friday night lights thing. It's culture shock for me.
Yeah, I know the rest down to the South. That's how it was. I mean, then you start going deeper south. Texas is a whole nother level. You go to their stadiums out there in Texas.
That's so
their high school stadiums look like professional. Yes,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
it's crazy how much they pay. Yeah, absolutely, and they put a lot of money, time, into their sports. Go ahead.
Meanwhile, me and D-Dub's high school, we got the track running through right field.
Yeah, we had rocks and all types of shit. Yeah, it was
like our high school is no longer in existence. Yours is no longer in existence, right? I don't think.
It's there. The building exists, but they got like 4 other.
Yeah,
4 or 5 other.
Shout out to Old Lafayette High School in South Shore. Yeah, there's about 9 high schools in there, whatever, man. But that's how we grew up, man. Then when we moved south, man, and I didn't really realize. Like I said, I had a conversation with your cousin, man, and he's like, "Hey, bro, y'all don't have Friday night lights?" I said, "Man, we just have Saturday morning, man." I said,
"Yeah."
But nah, man. Like I said, kudos to you guys, man, for what you're doing. One more time, tell us what your podcast is. And they're gonna be starting out sometime next month. You say around maybe twice a month. for now.
Yeah.
Twice a month for now. So you guys probably gonna find them on YouTube and find them on all their social media platforms, man. But I know
Yeah.
more is to come from them. Simply tell us what is the name of your podcast one more time, Wells.
Simp, Simp Podcast. Simply, I make plays, and that's turning, like I say, turning a negative into a positive and giving the kids something that they could be proud, to wear on their shirts or, to wear around, and just, they was on the show, so you know,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah,
It's a positive thing. So I definitely like it. Love it.
oh yeah,
Gotcha, man. Ladies and gentlemen, he is Coach Sylvester Wells. Thank you, Coach. Thank you
Hold,
so much. Man, for
hold
coming.
on, hold on, Kev. I can't
Go ahead.
not let him leave out of here without asking him before he
Uh-oh.
gets out of here. The Olympics and is your man, the MVP. First of all, I gotta get on this for. I know I'm cutting into the segments, Kev, but
Well, people. Go ahead.
I've never heard of an MVP in the Olympics, right? And I had to do the research, and I said, let me go back. Let me see. The only time I heard him name something, I thought I read something about Manu Ginobili, and I'm like, how did Manu end up? But then I heard that. Then I seen KD in it,
and that was it.
and that was it. I've never heard
That was it.
ever an MVP up until now.
Right.
I just want your opinion about this MVP discussion about in the Olympics. One, if it was an MVP, who should it have been?
I think that as far as the Olympics, MVP is fabricated. I mean,
Agree.
it's an award that shouldn't be given as far as a standout player. And if you look at the NBA give MVPs for the best player in the league. Now, just follow me on this. So if you're given the MVP award for the best player in the Olympics in that sport, then wouldn't it be Joker? Because he led everybody in points, rebounds, steals, and assists.
Mm. Okay.
I'm just saying. But if you're going to give out an MVP award based off the winner, then I'm looking at the person that scored 34 and 36 back-to-back games. That's just me.
Back-to-back games. Thank you. Okay.
Back-to-back games. Because
But LeBron was the most consistent one. That's what I keep hearing all week.
I hear that too, but he didn't win the games for him. He didn't win the games that they need to win. You got to think
empty calories.
And people,
empty calories.
They say the competition is better. I hate to get into the dream team, the Avengers debate because
apparently we got about 2,000 people that. What was the last poll count?
Wells, last week you missed it. Let me just. I'm on the thing here. They said here, according to our poll question, I got another poll question for tonight. Hold on, I'm trying to find it here, Gabby. Oh, Team USA men's basketball advanced to the gold medal by 18. Who is the better Olympic team? 2024 Team USA or the 1992 Dream Team? And I got 2,500 votes, and 2024, 73% says the Team USA is the better team than the 1992 Dream Team.
And I guess a lot of those guys probably wasn't born to after 2005, but that's
no here nor there, right?
Yeah, that's not here nor there. But regardless of what, I mean, you're playing for your country. Now, they said that the USA Dream Team was the best, and you talking about 14 of the best players in the NBA. All starters, all top 20 players, maybe except for Derek White and Drew Holiday. And you struggled with a Serbia team that has one NBA starter. And he almost beat us, the US, by himself until he set out those last 2-3 minutes in the last quarter.
He was
And then,
definitely gassed. He was definitely
yeah, he
gassed.
was, yeah. And when he went out the game, that's pretty much when they took over. But
Let me get Mike Mills in. Mills, what's up, bro? How are you?
Millie Mills.
Chilling, man. I'm just listening. And the Serbians had 2 starters, Bogdanovic. We'll proceed.
well, okay,
Oh, yeah.
but Bogdanovic, okay, I forgot he started for the Hawks, but who can't start for the Hawks? I probably can start for the
Us.
Hawks. So I probably can start for the Hawks right now. But that's neither here nor there. But at the end of the day, I think Curry deserved MVP because without him, they probably would have lost.
I just find it amazing that they just bring up this MVP conversation.
I say it's fabricated, but
Yeah,
they're
why
going to
did
fabricate. They're going
Kobe
to
was alive?
fabricate.
Why did
Never.
they bring redemption? That was the redemption. If anybody should have been an
Dream
MVP,
team, yeah, Kobe.
Do they actually get a trophy? Like, this don't matter. It don't matter. This don't matter.
it don't
It's
matter,
not soccer.
Mike.
It don't
In the
matter.
grand scheme of things, it
But-
don't. But the fact of the matter that these people bring it up, like it's
But we all know why it was brought up and why it was given because
Yeah.
because the media or
Say it.
the people or want to
Clutch.
pad somebody's legacy to prove why he's better than Jordan.
hey, one person
That's
I know who didn't approve of it. Stephon Marbury. Yo, shout out to Stephon
Oh
Marbury.
yes, but Steph is a real one. Steph is a real one.
Steph is a real one.
Steph is a real one.
Shout out to
Steph is a
Steph.
real one. Like
All week with this.
Yeah.
He's been killing them LeBron fans and
as he should. I mean, it's very fabricated. Like, I mean, who makes up? I don't know how everybody else feel, but I don't acknowledge it.
Oh, yeah, I'm with
I don't
you. I
acknowledge
don't.
it. I mean, if you're going to give it out in the Olympics, you give it out every year. But they said only FIBA gives it out. But what's the difference? It's the Olympics, right?
really
It's the
that
Olympics.
don't make any sense.
It don't make sense at all.
Janky anyway,
But-
so
Mills, go ahead.
Phoebe's janky anyway, like we said, 2 weeks
Right.
ago. Phoebe's janky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
janky.
it's just another notch on his belt to explain why they say he's better than Jordan. Just like the in-season AAU tournament, like nobody played hard. I can't remember how many playoff teams actually made it to the finals in the in-season tournament.
Well, as D Dubs set that up for me, shout out to D Dubs. Hey, tonight's poll question is: congrats to LeBron James. He won the Olympic men's basketball MVP. Some say different. In your opinion, who should have won the Olympic men's basketball MVP? We got 17% for LeBron James. We got 50% for Steph Curry. You got 17% for Nikola Jokic. You got 17% for Luka Doncic, and you got 0 for Kevin Durant.
Luka
Oh.
Doncic. He wasn't even in the Olympics. What is going on?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
right.
That's how you know it's fabricated.
Ryan, what's
seen
going
that.
on, bro?
What's going on, fellas? Can y'all hear me good?
Oh,
Oh,
we glad you stepped
glad
in.
you here, brother.
Nice. So Ryan, before
came at the
before
worst
I
time.
would Ryan came at the right time. With his
Guys, you know what's
25
coming.
minutes on yesterday. So Ryan, we was engaged in very good conversation, and D Dubs brought it up
Of
about
course.
about LeBron James getting the MVP for the Olympics, and Dub he said that on some years they didn't have it, and this year they didn't have it. And what's your thoughts on LeBron James? I told you what I thought. I thought Steph Curry should have got it, but go ahead.
No. There was 6 games. There were 6 games. Up to the point. The last 2 games, Steph Curry was averaging 7 points a game, shooting a horrible percentage. He balled out in the last 2 games, but LeBron was the best from the first game to the last game. He had a triple double in the last game.
He was
So-
consistent.
It was consistent. Yeah, you can't. Okay, Steph Curry had 2 great games, and mind you, it was in the most important games. I get it, but you can't just say, okay, the first 4 games that he played where he only averaged 7 points and now he's the MVP. No, it doesn't work like that.
Okay, so why Joker didn't get it?
Because he didn't win.
Oh, okay.
He didn't.
Oh my God, I agree with Ryan tonight. What the hell's going on?
Okay, because he didn't win. but so it's an award that's created for the best player on the winning team.
Well, it's always like that.
That's what
it is.
I mean,
NBA,
not the NBA, not the NBA.
Nah, hold on, let me get there.
No,
I gotta get there. The NBA is the starting point. The NBA ball is MVP shit by giving it to losers. So now somebody got it right. You don't give that MVP to a loser.
The NBA Finals. That's what you got to equate it to, not the regular season MVP. You got to equate this to the NBA Finals. On who?
I'm equating it to the regular season. You shouldn't give that to losers. You shouldn't though. I don't know why anybody below the 3 seed should even be in consideration. Like that don't make sense to me.
I mean,
the team's not winning. How valuable are you really?
That's a good point. I wouldn't argue with that.
The easiest way to calculate how much better the team is with you is wins, right? So if they won 20 games last year and you get there and we win 45.
Yeah.
Well, this is my thing. They ain't gave that award out in about 8 years. Why they give it out now? Who really cares?
Gave it out at all.
They should have gave it at all. Shouldn't have gave it at all.
They've been doing it the last couple of years, I think. The last
negative.
There's only been like 3 people.
3 people. Manu, KD won it in what? 2000 what?
I think 5.
2005. They haven't given it nobody since then. Nobody.
Are we sure about that?
Yeah, I'll double check.
I'm willing
Get
to
the
bet.
fact checkers on that.
Willing to bet. Willing to bet.
Put it on the screen.
Willing to bet.
While D-Dubs gets the gets that statistic. Hold that thought, Ryan. While D-Dubs getting that statistic, Wells was talking about bet. Hey, just a real quick word from BetStamp as we're going through that.
Good plug.
That was a good parlay. That was a good one.
Good plug.
Sports Chaser fans, hey, I got some exciting news. I'm thrilled to announce our new partnership with BetStamps and sign-up experts, opening up an incredible opportunity for you to join some of our favorite sport books to get the best odds and new user offers. Head on over to our dedicated page, signupexpert.com/sports chasers to explore a selection of sports books tailored to you and to your region, each with unique offerings. So what you waiting for? Go ahead and get rich or bet trying. Peace.
Thank you, D-Dub. Go ahead, Ryan.
Oh but to you, I mean, Wells, you might be right. Like I don't know exactly, how many MVPs that they did, throughout the Olympics, the Olympic years. But if you were going to give an MVP award, it should have been LeBron because he was the most. He didn't have one bad game, not one. So, or if we're talking about the game MVP for the final game, yeah, you give it to Curry the last 2 games. But as far as the whole body of work during the Olympics, LeBron was the best player. KD had his moments when he was hot that one game.
Yeah.
But LeBron was steady the whole time.
And I said that before you came on. I said he was the most consistent player. Yeah.
I'm sorry. In 2004, Manu Ginobili won it. In 2020, 2021, almost 2 decades later, Kevin Durant was crowned MVP. Yeah, I mean, that's the only ones that I see that I could drum up and find out.
Okay, so they did it in 2021. So they
should be an even year.
Hold on.
The summers are on even years.
Well, no, they did it. They did it in 21 because of Tokyo, because of COVID and everything.
I'm looking and say 2020 and 04. That's all I see before that.
Yeah.
Fabricated.
I guess you guys are not going to agree on.
Yo, he got a good point. Tatum was steady on the bench.
Right. And it baffles me that you got the only first team NBA player out of the whole team riding the bench.
And not only that, Wells. Not only that. Like I brought this up to the guys earlier. Like, what's his weakness? If you want to go small, he can play small. If you want to go big, he can play big.
Right.
If he can handle the ball. He's 6'8".
What's his weakness?
Right.
He don't attack the basket. He takes
No, he does attack. He does attack the basket.
Not like he should.
No,
like he could. And
you didn't watch the finals and the whole
I
playoffs.
watched I watched Jaylen Brown lead the way. Absolutely.
No. I mean, no, Mike. We can't do that. We're not going to do that tonight.
You're not going to tell the truth.
No, because Jason Tatum.
Some of the
let them in scoring.
But I'm gonna tell you some of the things I heard.
Go ahead, Wells.
Some of the things that I heard on why Tatum didn't play. Somebody said that they had LeBron and KD, so it wasn't no room for him.
That's ridiculous.
But I'm saying, so couldn't he sub for one of them? If I'm not mistaken, he plays defense better than both of them.
Correct.
He plays defense better than both.
He actually plays defense.
He actually plays. But you're going to tell me.
At this point in their career, I'm sorry, Wells. Yes, at this point in their career, yes.
I think.
LeBron played good defense early in his career, bro.
Yeah,
he played good. He played good chase down defense.
Well,
in a defense you ever saw from LeBron was a chase down block.
Well,
and they highlighted that. They highlighted that like that was the best thing since sliced bread.
I mean, it was in Game 7.
Alonzo Mourning right now can get a chase down block. That's just my opinion. You know,
gotcha.
It occurred. You know, but Tatum plays defense better than both of them. Plus, you had Curry, KD, and Bron on the court, and they said, I heard somebody say, well, that's not Kerr's system. Well, in Golden State, he doesn't play with big, so why you got AD and Embiid on the court at the same time?
And bam.
If you're running your system, you don't have bigs in Golden State to play on the court at the same time, so you always play small ball. So, I mean, me personally, I think it's something personal with him, and maybe
it was the 40 he dropped on him in the regular season.
It could have been. I mean, it's just, but all that it's going to make it worse for the upcoming season because now he's going to play with an even bigger chip on his shoulder, just like Jaylen Brown. But you mean to tell me Jaylen Brown not even good enough to make the Olympic team?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, well.
Okay.
I said that. Well, are you gonna hang out? You got time to hang out?
Yeah, I got time. I ain't,
we're gonna stay in that.
Oh, what about them Timberwolves? Yeah, I remember that. I thought Mount Dallas was going home. What happened to that?
Mike, really? Like 2 months later?
Yeah, absolutely. He's here now. Why not? He's here.
Yeah, he's pulling out receipts. Look out.
Yeah, absolutely. Stamp your bet on BetStamp. But yeah.
Well,
Is that from Target or? Seemed like a bullseye.
It's got to be a Walmart receipt.
Nah, man, that's Target, man. It has a bullseye on it.
Yeah.
He been waiting to hit that like the Turkish guy in the Olympics.
Get rich and trying, baby. Go ahead, Will.
I thought. See, Dallas didn't have no bigs that I saw could compete with Minnesota's bigs. I mean, but I think it was coaching on Minnesota part. I think it was coaching. Cat should have been on the bench at least for 3 quarters. Cat should only got 1 quarter of play because he didn't do anything defensively. He didn't guard nobody. And Luka and Kyrie did pretty much what they want. Ant was burnt from the series with Denver, so after that it was over. We all know who Gobert is. I mean, he's the defensive player of the year, but he don't play no defense. He can't stop nobody.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, who can he stop? Like I've seen the defensive player of the year get thrashed. You mean
when they go into pick and roll and have him on an island at the 3-point line? Yeah, he's gonna he's gonna get thrashed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you better foul him, do something.
You got to do something. You got to play.
Going out there. I'm not going.
This is where it is. At some point, these teams have got to stop doing this. Oh, we're gonna just always switch. Man up, man. You guard your man, and you guard your man. And so when they put Gobert in a pick and roll, why are you switching him on Curry? Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Let the man guard where he can defend, dude. He's a big. Any 7-footer, or center not named Akeem Olajuwon is gonna get exposed like that.
True.
Right.
So
yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
So you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's you got to say that with context, man. Like, he can't stop anybody. You see him, all these highlights. These guards are just cooking him on the rim.
Not even guards. Let's go to Joker.
Well, damn, who? Nobody's stopping Joker. The guy's an all-time great.
Right.
Damn, dog.
I mean, but come on, like, come on.
To me, at some point, it's coaching.
At some point, you gotta at least.
Why are you leaving him out?
You gotta at least make an effort to stop him.
Oh, come on, man. You try to tell me Rudy Gobert doesn't give you effort. That's all he does is give you effort. He might not be good at it, but dude, he's giving you effort. Nobody's gonna stop Joker, bro. Like, Joker's in the name.
I know that.
Yeah, but I mean, people act like there hasn't been times when Gobert didn't make a good play or a good defensive play.
So you really believe that he should have been defensive player of the past season?
I mean, he deserved. I mean, not saying other people didn't deserve it.
They gave it to Wemby, but they wasn't going to do that.
They wasn't going to give it to Wemby.
Yeah, but Mike, you just said you giving awards with players and teams are bad. They had 17 wins.
Defensive player of the year is not MVP.
No.
That's the same thing.
He's a defensive MVP. That's all that is. He's the defensive MVP. So you can't.
He's a better defender than Gobert. He didn't average more blocks. He didn't average more.
Well, you can you can say that, but you can't say we can't be giving awards to these losers and then give an award to a loser.
But then they put people on the all-rookie team that average 5 points. Context, like you just said.
We must move on. We must move on. I did not know we was going to the basketball route, but hey, that's what we do on this show. We sometimes have to audible at the line, man. Hey, while we're in this basketball vein, we're going to move to the women's Olympic basketball team. Since Dan and Ryan is on, and 250 messages later, I'll give it to Dan and Ryan. Let's go.
That was something. That was beautiful. That was fun last night.
Yo, bro, that was something else. I woke up to that. I was like, wow, they was going in. Go ahead.
So Wells, I don't know if you just to tell you the backdrop of the story. So Dan and I have been going at it all season long about who should have been on the team, the women's Olympic team, and this and that. And man, we just had a all-out rant war last night, texting each other on the group thread.
I'm glad I had it muted yesterday, boy, because I didn't see none of that.
It was like at 1:00 in the morning. We was just going at it, man.
Keyboard warriors.
Yeah.
I woke up. I was like, I said, I can't even read all this shit right now. I gotta wait. I gotta wait. I literally finished when I got home tonight. I said, okay, this adds a whole lot of content. It was really great banter. It was really great, authentic. I appreciate both of you guys proving your point. Me and Ryan always get into it. Ryan always say I'll be throwing the light shade in there sometimes.
It's not light. It's the indirect shade. You know what I'm saying? It's indirectly shading the girls. But hey,
go into it, man. Y'all got to talk about. Well, let me just set up. The ladies won the Olympics. They won the gold medal against France. Very good game. Very entertaining game. A little sloppy at first, but they got themselves together, and they wound up pulling it out. If it wasn't for what's homegirl's name, her foot on the 3-point line, game could have absolutely went.
Gabby Williams.
Gabby lit it up the last.
Gabby was balling, man.
She was balling.
She was doing her thing, man. So difference of her foot on the line, that game goes into overtime. Go ahead, Ryan.
Again, but that's how good these players are, whether it's WNBA or NBA. If you get an opportunity to get usage and get shots and have plays run for you, You're going to produce. She was a number one option on France. She didn't even make a team. She's been on several WNBA teams. She was on a team last season, but she's not even on a team now. You know what I'm saying?
Well, she's not on a team because she chose to go play with France for the Olympic year coming up in their home country. That's why she's not on. She would be on an WNBA team if it wasn't for the Olympics.
But what I'm saying, Dan, is she's been in the league for years, for some years, and she doesn't get burned like that. But you see, when she gets the burn and gets the opportunity to be the number one option, players just need opportunity sometimes, man. You know what I'm saying? To shine. So you look at players' stats and you're like, oh, they suck. They can't do this. It's just the opportunity that they get, man. I was so proud of her. She was balling, bro.
Oh yeah, she was. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, they got 3 expansion teams coming up in the next year or so.
Two.
Yeah. But she'll be on one. She'll be on one. She'll definitely be on one.
And again, so like Dan and I was talking about. When players get hurt on the WNBA, you can bring them on a hardship contract. So so a lot of teams are gonna be looking at these, like what the players did in the Olympics, and be like, man, okay, we can use them. But Gabby is a hooper, man. So
Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, that was a good time last night. I thought I was up over, I was calling him Ryan Swoops.
Ryan Swoops. That's a compliment, man, because Cheryl Swoops is a bad.
She was a hooper.
Oh, that's a t-shirt cover.
Oh yeah, we got that in the making. That coming soon. It'll be here before the end of the season, I promise.
Yeah.
You guys are crazy.
But no, like you said, it was good banter, and there's opinions on everything. And, my whole ordeal with the makeup of the team, and, I've been spewing this for a while, is that wasn't the best 12 players. That's the 12 players they wanted. Mm-hmm. And the reason that, that's what they got is because other people realized that, it's a clique, kind of like the men's team. If you're in that clique, you're going to get picked. If you're not, you're not going to get picked, or you're not going to play.
Tatum wasn't in that clique. Halliburton wasn't in that clique.
Exactly.
They were just on the team.
You should have got, like I said, you should have got Taurasi pom-poms in the gold medal game, because that's all she did. Let's go. But, like, Rique absolutely should have been on that team.
She should have definitely been there.
Yeah.
And the point guard play of the women's team throughout that tournament was not good.
It wasn't good at all.
Chelsea Gray, probably still not healthy, should not have been there.
Right.
Like that first half of that gold medal game, like US, they completely threw out the entire game plan. Like Reeves reminds me of a coach that has a game plan, and that's the game plan. Whether it works or not, we're doing it. That's what they go with.
We're not going to throw shade on a 4-time champion, are we?
Did they squeak their ass out of that game because they didn't adjust?
Yeah. So did the men. The men squeaked themselves out of some games too.
Exactly.
Yeah. So,
but what I'm saying is that wasn't the best team they could have put on there. That's not the best point guards they could have had. And like, I think it was the first half of that game, Chelsea Gray just was dribbling the ball to see if she could put it through the floor. Like there was no movement. They weren't trying to pass the ball. Like everything that they did. Play. Yeah, it was. Everybody was trying to be a hero.
Right.
Even Jackie Young was doing the same shit, like trying to take on the world. And it was like they completely went away from the team game. And that to me is where the coach needs to step in and, like in the first half, call timeout, stop the bullshit, move the ball, move your feet, get the rotations, and let's do the motion offense because that's what's working. But they pounded the shit out of the ball on the floor the whole first half and just turned it over.
Well, like I said, they played extremely slow in that first half. Extremely slow.
Because they kept dribbling. They wouldn't pass.
But what I'm saying is the game was 26-26. When they sped the game up, then you're gonna get buckets in transition. You're gonna get more offensive rebounds, and you're going to speed the game up because your talent and athleticism is going to win out because one, you're a deeper team, but then now you're playing in transition. Now Stewie is running. Stewie in Asia runs the floor better than any bigs, in the league. Yeah. So what happens is if you slow the game down and you're running like you said, Dan, they were pounding the rock, just pounding it, going, and a lot of time they were shooting with 22 seconds left on the shot clock. I'm like, dude, pick up the pace. You have the athletes pick up the pace, and that's what they did. And Asia struggled. Everybody struggled in the first half, but Asia
immensely.
Yes, but Asia, but Asia came back and was amazing. I think she
was lights out in the second half.
Yeah, 23-13 and with the four blocks. So listen, Dan, I can't argue with nothing you said. You know what I'm saying? You make great points. But they squeaked it out, man.
We can agree to disagree. That's
I predict the 2028 women's team will beat everybody by 30.
Man, you crazy, Wells. Come on.
I'm telling you.
Whatever.
Listen.
Man,
Listen. Because look at the talent that they will have to choose from there. They'll have, you talk about guard play, so Malaysia Fulwale, you got Juju Watkins, you got Flau'jae Johnson, you have Caitlin Clark, you have Asia Wilson.
You got Paige Beckers.
You got Paige Beckers. Come on, what?
They're going to be nasty in 28.
What?
I get it. But you're also saying that other countries are not going to get better, or
they won't.
Or they're just
not going to get good enough.
Not like they're not going to be good enough.
They will get that better. I'll tell you that.
Yo,
it will be better
we
than
was talking
that.
about this before the Olympics. Didn't I say that? I said, I said this too, and we got the real.
Where they going to get
I want
better?
to see what these foreigners do when Curry get hot and get the shimmy in and going all crazy. What the heck?
Right. So it's not like the men's game. It's not like the men's game where the Europeans are dominating the league right now. There's really no Europeans that are dominating the WNBA right now.
No, right, but there's a lot of them. Most of these girls play overseas anyway. Like
Right.
there's a lot of like to be honest with you, I didn't even know Gabby Williams was playing for France. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, Gabby Williams was barely even getting minutes when she was playing, and now she just did that.
I understand. I like Gabby. I like Gabby. But the three that I just named, I don't see her. Flau'jae, Malaysia, Juju, she's better than them.
What about Rique Jackson?
I'm not.
Yeah.
Okay, but do you know what these other country has coming down the pipeline? You know what I'm saying? We don't know.
Yeah. Right. Let's be honest. Real quick, guys. Guys, what are we doing?
We just said coming into this Olympics that the USA team was going. Their spread was crazy. Basically all the games were close. We said the women's going to blow everybody out. All the games were close.
No.
Dan.
No.
The spread. Listen, I'm not talking about what you said, Dan. I'm talking about what the spread was.
You said
every game.
Said.
Well, yes. So
I.
So you went in thinking that France was going to give them a game.
To be honest, the way that France played the game. France played the game before, I thought. Look.
No.
I said, no.
I'm talking about going into the not seeing anybody play. Going into the
Olympics. Oh well, I mean, we really didn't know a whole bunch about France.
Exactly.
But that's underestimating your opponent.
The U.S. always underestimate their opponents because they're better than everybody, which they are.
Because they are.
I understand, but that's where the underestimation comes in. And this is what you get. You get close games.
The thing with the men's team is the men's team, they front run when they play against each other in half-ass. So what do you think gonna happen when they play these teams they know they better than? Like we know it's always going to be one or two close games. because they know they that much better. They're gonna have ass. See,
they come out slow.
The thing with the women's is all of our women's team are better in every single sport. There's not a sport that these other countries' women's teams have caught up to us, which is crazy when you think
they just won by 1 point and was down by 10 to a France team.
Well, according to Dan, you got an old Diane Troy.
Hey,
Brittany Griner just came home from jail.
Hey, if you put Caitlin Clark on the team, they would have been up by 40, man. What you want, bro?
Oh my God, here we go with that. Jesus Christ, she wouldn't even got any minutes. Her and Angel Reese would have been stuck on the bench. Jewel Lloyd didn't even play.
Who else was stuck on the bench?
Jewel Lloyd didn't even play. Yeah.
Tarasi. So basically, it's like it's like playing a Warzone with your crew. You got 4 guys playing in a quad feed in Warzone, and the hard carry.
Listen, she wasn't going to play over Kelsey Plum. She wasn't going to play over Sabrina Ionescu. She wasn't going to play over Jackie Young. She's not playing over those players.
Then why did you take her?
Why did you take who? I'm talking about Caitlin Clark. I'm at what Dub. I'm going by what D-Dub said.
Oh, I'm trolling you, man. But I love it.
But the greatest part about this is everybody's making assumptions that she couldn't do it. But
no, it's not that she couldn't do it.
No, that she wouldn't play. But what happens when she comes?
Play.
Okay, so they play like shit in the first half of the gold medal game, and she comes in and subs in and starts balling out. Do they come back in? Probably not.
So you just assume she's just gonna be balling out, dude?
I said if she does. If she doesn't, she goes back to the bench like a normal rotation. But if she gets hot, what are you going to do? Put her on the bench? Hell no.
What do you mean gets hot? She hasn't got hot yet in the league. She can't even hit a 3 at this point.
Okay.
Ooh.
She's getting she's balling out in assists.
Okay.
She's leading the league in turnovers.
Well, I'm not going to kill her for that because
who led the Olympics in turnovers on the men's side?
She has a high usage, so she's gonna lead. She's gonna turn the ball over.
That's what I was going with this, Ryan. You know how I go. So
so who turned the ball over most for the men's team?
I agree. I don't count her
LeBron.
Turnovers. Yeah,
and he got the MVP. So what are we talking about?
Most consistent.
So now we're comparing Caitlin Clark, who's been a WA for 1 year, to LeBron.
No, I'm saying you're talking turnovers. The guy led the Olympics at turnovers and got the MVP.
No, Kevin said turnovers. I said I don't hold that against her because she has a high usage.
LeBron leads everybody in turnovers in the world. So we good.
Yes, he does.
Yes, he does.
So we good.
Love you, Cheryl. Love you, Cheryl.
We good on CC. I like CC. We good on it.
We'll see her in 2028 because
that's right.
Because like I said, you can't have it both ways. You can't be like, oh, I'm so happy she's getting all this rest, and when she comes back, she's going to be balling, and then want to bring her to the Olympics not to play because she wasn't going to play.
That sounds
she
familiar,
still gets
man.
rest.
That sounds familiar. It sounds like LeBron James.
No, it's not rest. You got to fly all the way out there. You got to do all that stuff. It's not rest.
Yeah, but she's flying to the Yankee games and shit. She's still flying. So what's the difference?
Shout out to Aaron Judge.
Yeah.
We must move on. Speaking of Caitlin Clark, the WNBA, Angel Reese, all the lovely ladies. Ryan, the second half, 14 games left. What do we got, man? Tonight they're playing. Let me just set it up for you real quick. We got Phoenix, the Mercury are
Chicago.
Smoking Chicago.
36-17 there in the second quarter. Then you got Washington. It's 24-25 in the second quarter against Minnesota. Let me just say this disclaimer. I would have never thought last year, August 15th, we would have dedicated 40-something minutes to the WNBA, man. Let me get the ladies some love here. Shout out to Ryan, man. Shout out to Ryan.
You gotta have vision, man. You
got to. Yes,
and that's the other thing that the USA team missed out was the eyeballs.
They
didn't. You look at the attendance of the Olympic Games for USA; they were all terrible.
Yeah,
and based on the Simp podcast that's coming up, I have a young lady here. I think Mariah is what, a freshman. I think she's a freshman in a JV game against one of the private schools here that have some of the best talent. She dropped 68 points.
Nice.
LC Greenwood.
Oh man, she's cold. I'm gonna have her on the Silk podcast show one day. So
nice.
Get ready for it. Yeah,
that's cool.
She's cold.
Ryan, what do we got for the WNBA? This coming. What's your thoughts? Who's the contenders? Who's the pretenders?
Well, again, I love what Connecticut did with
Mayberry.
with getting Mayberry. Yeah, man. Like they struggle, even though they have DT, Bonner. They get these lapses where they struggle to score the ball. So getting her is a good get for them, because now you're bringing in somebody who's on their timeline, right? Whereas in Chicago has a bunch of young players, Angel Reese's, the Cordosas, they're young, so they're not on the same timeline, and you can tell when they were playing that there was some frustration building up there. So I like what Connecticut did. I think Connecticut is dangerous.
And they picked up my girl Veronica Burton.
Veronica Burton can hoop.
Hooping too. Yeah.
Right. So I think the Aces are gonna, Aces are always gonna be there. The Aces are gonna be there. Yeah. The Liberty's gonna be there. I do believe that Chicago. I definitely believe Caitlin Clark and Indiana will make the playoffs. I think they're gonna have a good second half. I say that. I don't know about Chicago now with making that trade.
They shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, I think they might fall out now. And
that was their best 3-point shooter, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
You said what? You think they're going to fall out now?
Yeah, that's it. I think the Chicago
side started already. I think they started.
They're down 23 already.
They have only scored 17 points in the first and second quarter so far. That's why.
Right.
With five and a half to go.
Right, and a team to watch, even though they're on the bottom, a team to watch is the Dallas Wings. They're getting Satu Sabali back. They're getting two other players back.
Well, that's why they let those other girls go.
They let Odyssey Sims go. Yeah. So
and she was balling.
And she was balling. Right. So keep them in mind. I think they're gonna skyrocket up. Rique and Sabali. A good duo, a good forward guard duo. So watch the Dallas Wings make a push for that. But I do think Chicago is gonna get knocked out. I think Indiana, and I really believe this: nobody is going to want to play Indiana in the first round. None of those top teams are going to want to play them in the first round. So because you can tell they're gelling, man. And one thing I appreciate about Caitlin, man, like she knows how to read the game. She can read the game. She gets everybody involved. She
definitely got the vision. She got the vision.
Yes, man. No, she's
definitely
fantastic.
got court vision.
She's fantastic. Like and we all know her biggest attribute, or what everybody loved, was the logo threes and hitting the threes, the step backs and things of that nature. But you can tell she impacts the game not just by shooting threes, because like I said, she's struggling from three, and she's getting rebounds as well. Like
that's fine, because if you can't do one thing, at least you could do two or three other things better.
Right.
So and she does that. She does all of that.
Right, and not only that, her teammates know they're going to get the ball, so that's huge. And you can tell it's just coming all together. That's good. They're going to be a tough out. Do I think they can beat an Aces team, a Liberty team, a Suns team? No, I don't think. But they can't beat those teams.
They're not going to beat those teams. They'll give them a run. They might.
No, what I'm saying is they can compete with them.
Well, yes, what I'm saying. That's my whole point.
But what I'm saying though is now that they've starting to gel and they're starting to play better, it's not the same team as the beginning of the season. So when they get to the end of the season, now these girls are actually expecting passes instead of letting them, fall out of bounds. Maybe Wallace can make a layup here and there on a good
Here we
pass.
go.
No, but what I'm saying is,
so none of Caitlin Clark's passes were bad because there's been some
she
bad
had
ones.
bad passes, but how many?
She had. Now you putting. What do you mean had bad? She still doesn't. She's so good at passing the ball. She tries to thread the needle on a lot of passes where she shouldn't be doing.
Yeah, but after game 2 or 3, your hand should be ready by now. You playing with the same person.
you gotta
Like,
listen,
come on, you know that shit coming after a while. You know what's coming.
Okay, but no. What I'm saying
These
is
are
nobody's
professional
perfect.
athlees. Shorty, have your hands ready.
Dude,
this is not
right.
girls AAU
Listen,
15 under. This is grown women. These is pros.
Yeah,
she makes bad passes at times. Is all I'm saying, dude. Like,
And they got bad hands all the time.
Okay.
Like, that shit not even even.
Aaliyah Boston doesn't have bad hands.
That's
You know what
one.
I'm saying?
She got good
You know what I'm
hands.
saying?
You
Like,
can catch
yeah, I
these
mean,
shits.
so
That's a hooper. Hoopers know.
But what I'm saying is, look, they're going to be a team to be reckoned with as far as nobody's going to want to play them because like that, they're going to play you tough. They're not going to beat those top echelon teams. I don't know. They
beat New York, they beat Phoenix, and they beat Minnesota.
This is a series, Dan.
I understand that.
It's not. So
right, I understand that, but it doesn't mean a team can't get hot.
Yeah, but those other teams have people who get hot too.
Yeah, and then we saw what the USA team did in the Olympics. They got shitty in the first half.
Listen, those are 1 game elimination games, man. Seriously,
I get that,
yeah,
but
I mean, you can't.
You got to win. You got to win. What 3?
You can't equate it like that. Yeah.
What is the playoff, Ryan? What is the playoff format for the WNBA? For those that don't know.
Well, the top it's 12 teams in the league. The top 8 teams make it. The first two, the top 2 teams gets a bye, and then the 3 and 4 team, the first round of playoffs, like team 8 plays team 3. Yeah, plays team 3, and that's a 3-game series, right? Okay. Mm-hmm. So the first round's a 3-game series, and then it jumps to the 5-game series. So yeah, so it's a bye with the 1 and the 2. So that's interesting too, because right now I think the Aces are number 3 right now, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it's Connecticut, Liberty, then them.
Right. So one of those big teams might have to face Indiana in the first round. And that's a tough first round ask because
out.
Yeah, it's a tough out. They'll win, but damn, you know what I'm saying? But and again, it's only 12 teams in the league. So and most of these and all these teams have all the best players. So teams are stacked, man. Like even the bad teams are stacked. You know what I'm saying? So
there's only 144 in the league.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So
so they're all good. I'm agreeing. They're all good.
Exactly.
We must move on. Any last thoughts, Ryan, before we move on?
No, man. Just like, hey, WNBA is back. Big game tomorrow. Let's see if what you call her, Dan? Fossil.
The fossil.
Let's see.
The fossil.
Let's see if so the Sun plays.
She's playing tonight, so she's probably not going to play tomorrow.
She's probably not going to play tomorrow.
So is BG, so they're not going to play tomorrow either.
She's probably not going to play tomorrow. She's probably not going to play tomorrow. So
back to backs.
Yeah. So
scared.
Yeah. So it might. Yeah. Listen. So so I'm just excited, and let's get it, man.
Let's get it. Staying in the Olympic vein, let me just go back to the Olympic vein. I wanted to just touch on this story real quick, man. Y'all probably know where I'm going at. Hey, this chick, Rachel Gunn, who, she,
man, I wiped out my kitchen table for nothing. I was out there practicing, and now they took it out for 2028. Damn.
As they should, Dan. As they should. Okay.
Listen,
dude, I've been practicing all week.
I'm not mad at it.
Well, y'all talking about the breakdancing?
Yeah, the break.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm just mad Ozone from breaking didn't live long enough to see it, man.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Ozone.
Rest in peace. Yes.
Yeah. So you know what I'm
Probably
saying?
would have died quicker.
Oh,
But go
man.
ahead.
It was.
Yeah.
So, if those that don't know, so her name is Rachel Gunn. She, from what I've been reading in this today, she represented Australia for the breakdancing, which I believe the Olympic Committee has now done away with the breakdancing. It will no longer be an Olympic sport going to the LA Games in 2028.
Thank you, Jesus.
If you didn't see, and I don't have time to show it, man.
No, we don't.
It's not even worth it. She came up there doing some bunny hopping, kangaroo hopping, and whatever. And I read today where she pretty much commandeered the nominee for that. She's like a professor of breakdancing in Australia. I mean, shout out to those that want to show, improve, or whatever. But she was able to commandeer that, and where she became the only nominee to breakdancing. So she gets on the stage, she does all that bunny hopping, and she's got a world of backlash. But now, here's this. This is how social media and this age works. She has gotten a lot of offers from media companies to do whatever, be their spokesman now.
Like Hawk-Tua.
Well,
Hawk-Tua throughout the first ball at where, Mikey? The Mets and Oakland A's today, and they lost 7-6. Yeah.
Deserved it.
You just gotta. Yeah, you gotta spin on that thing.
She must have talked to Trevor Bauer. Put a little spin on it.
You gotta spin on that thing. That's what.
Make that ball sticky.
Do that.
Yeah. I don't know.
Why you can't just leave it with Grimace? Y'all gotta bring Hawk-Tua. I don't know,
bro.
But that breakdancing competition was like watching that episode of The Wood of Love Don't Cost a Thing, where they was on there stealing moves off TV and then just went out there and did it. Yeah, that was horrible. I don't think I would have.
It was bad.
I just caught on. Yeah, exactly. That was. Exactly.
Yeah. That was bad.
Just bad. I'm glad they decided. I mean, no. But that's the social media world we live in now. That people they're gonna throw a bag at you, and hey, I can't be mad at you. She's capitalizing on it. That's just what it is. But then that means that people who know better and know the art should be stepping up and being a part of it. You understand? So we can't, let people who don't know how to know about the art do it. That's just my 2 cents on it.
Yeah.
Well.
If you're gonna do it and represent it, do it right. Don't do that.
Yeah,
that's all I can say.
She truly did not, I guess, push away her furniture in her house and try to do.
Nor did I. I needed a new kitchen table.
Yeah, you need some more mop and glow.
Well, I'm gonna say this: Sierra and Glorilla better bring us luck like Taylor Swift did for the Chiefs this past season. If they're gonna be on the sideline or in the booth.
Wait a minute, hold on. Why are we mentioning this?
He's talking about the Steelers.
Okay, go ahead. We'll transition to football real quick. Go ahead. I was going to talk about football anyway. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, Glorilla and Sierra better bring us the luck that Taylor Swift bought the Chiefs last season. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey man, I doubt it.
Yeah.
I doubt it, but hey, anything's possible. That's what KG said. Yeah. Anything is possible.
Hey, real quick, JJ McCarthy. Speaking of football, I guess we're in football. JJ McCarthy, he's done for the year. Looked like he tore his meniscus. So I guess Sam Bradford, he's it. Not Sam Bradford. Did I say Sam Bradford?
Come on, Sam Bradford.
Sam Bradford.
Your boy, Darnold, baby. Let's go.
Darnold, baby. Yeah, Sam Darnold has taken over the reins, but I'm so glad the Giants didn't pick this guy up. I mean, injuries can happen anytime. It's not.
He had to been banged up from college.
Huh?
He had to been banged up from college.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's
non-contact, really just running
for the young
training camp. Yeah,
man.
But my thing is though, it was a meniscus, right? It was meniscus.
I believe so. Meniscus.
Meniscus 6 weeks at most. I mean,
Yeah,
it depends on.
That's what
he'll
I'm
be
saying.
back. I don't think it's a
Nope.
season.
No, it's
No,
not
no,
a season.
They said he's out for the
They say
season.
he's out for the season.
But it's
Did-
6
they
There's
weeks
more
at
did
most.
to it. There's
Maybe-
more to it.
Maybe they're trying to put him on the shelf to where they won't bring him back so fast, being
Right.
that he's a rookie. But a
Yeah,
meniscus is 6 weeks at the most.
It's a 6 week exactly. You can even play with.
Oh,
with
the
bad
fossil
meniscus.
disc got blocked. Oh,
wow.
sorry.
Damn, with more shape,
Hey,
boy.
but you're watching it.
Absolutely.
Look at that.
Hey,
Shout
that meniscus. Yeah,
I do watch.
I don't think they shouldn't fast track him anyway. I mean, I know they
No,
try
no,
what
I
they
think,
want
yeah.
to do. If he's 6 weeks, let him stay out longer. And let him.
Right.
If Sam Darnold
Yeah,
at
but
this point, Sam Darnold should be good enough to do something in the
Okay.
NFL. I mean, yeah, Dan. I understand, but
Didn't you have Tommy DeVito as your quarterback last year? Hey.
man, he was like
You know what I'm saying?
third or fourth string. But go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
you're gonna put this guy out for the whole year when he should be back in a couple months. I mean,
They
I mean,
probably-
what did you think you're gonna get from him anyway? Rookie.
but he has to get experience. So you just
I
knock
get it.
all the experience out for the year, and now he's going to come back basically next year, still as a rookie, not knowing what to expect. If that's your guy, if that is your guy that
I
you're
got
looking to
what you're
move,
saying.
you know what I'm
It's-
saying? Bring him in like the last 4 games of the season, if that's the case, and let him get the experience then. But if you're just going to put him out for the whole season, he's starting from scratch again.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you rush him back and put him on the field,
That's what I'm saying. Don't rush him, but let him have the opportunity to come back the last couple games of the season,
Well,
so
we-
he can play.
So we know who's going to be upset with Donald at quarterback. But a change of scenery may help Donald because we don't want JJ upset, right? So I think they should go. They should go and try to trade for another QB.
I saw Tom Brady in a Vikings jersey meme today, so maybe.
Jameis Winston. I mean, they should get Jameis, or they should.
Ain't Jameis in
Ravens.
Cleveland?
The
James
Ravens.
is in Cleveland. Yes, he's not
Jameis
gonna
is
get.
in Cleveland. Yeah.
Yeah, then they're
You know
not.
what? I
gonna-
kind of like Jameis in Minnesota.
I
Got some guys to throw to.
think it'll fit. I think it'll fit.
I
He
mean,
got some
James
guys
is
who
a
can bomb
good,
a
a
team.
good. He has taken that backup role and has made it
Low
work
risk,
for him.
high ceiling. Because
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
he could give you 5,000 yards and 30
He could.
touchdowns.
He definitely could do
but
it.
you might get 15 interceptions with it. So it's
Well,
like,
Well, you probably won't get that now because his eyes fixed. So his eyes fixed now.
nah,
So
I
you,
don't-
Allegedly.
you won't get
get
the same thing.
Yeah,
They said
allegedly,
Rudy
yeah.
Gay was better when he got his eyes fixed. What happened to him?
Yeah.
Let's move on to football quick hits. I'll just say this: the Cowboys, they still haven't signed their, I guess, they big 3 of contracts. I don't know if they just do this for publicity, but Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and Michael Parsons are still working on a new deal, allegedly, as D-Dubs always say. Brandon Ayuk, it looked like he was trying, New England was trying to get him, and that looked like that was done. But before we was talking on the show, me and Dan, it looks like Ayuk wants to go back. I think he's going to go back to the Niners when it's all said and done. Nick Sirianni, he's back on the hot seat in Philadelphia.
What he do now?
Is he? Why?
Yo, what's wrong? They act like this guy. I know he's a little maybe is it arrogant?
They're
he's a little
saying
bit.
that Hurts wasn't happy with the direction of the offense last year. Now working much closer with Kellen Moore, the new offensive coordinator. Kellen Moore came from who?
Dallas.
Dallas, yeah.
Once again, Sirianni finds himself on the hot seat. The Jets with
Oh.
Hassan Riddick. Hassan Riddick
said he went out.
has reached a new level where he's trying now to get traded from the Jets after being captured by them in April. He hasn't shown up to anything, OTAs, blah, 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 while trying to get a new contract. This is all from Yahoo Sports from Charles McDonald. The link will be in the description. What do we got here? Oh, I know this. We got to spend at least 2 minutes on it. The new kickoff rule. What y'all think? Thoughts? Go ahead, Mills. First. Let me read it real quick. Let me read it for those that don't know. The NFL has new kickoff rules. They adopted it from the USFL or the US, whatever they call it. From the Rocks League. The new kickoff rules adopted from recent pro football spring leagues have made their preseason debut. Some teams have slipped up. Rams head coach Sean McVay thinks kickoffs now look weird. Time will tell. People will like it, but it sure is different than what it's going on. I think they'll keep it for a year, and then they'll definitely
go back. I think this is just a test run.
Yeah, they'll definitely get rid of it, man. So let me. How much time we got here? We got a few minutes here. Major League Baseball. Let me go to the Major League Baseball and the power rankings. But before I go to that,
see my Astros.
Yeah, I see Astros. I got you. I got you. Yelly Ryan alone.
Oh, them Yankees so scared to face us in the playoffs, boy.
Speaking of Yankees, I said something.
Total dominant. That's all right. My bad.
I said, no, you good. I said something last week. I was like, hey, they should develop something. Well, I just said I just made some kind of poll. You know, they've been walking Aaron Judge and all this and on all these things. So last night, the lowly Chicago White Sox, they're going to lose 120 games. The White Sox are awful. The Yankees are in town to play the White Sox. I don't know why the manager, he should be fired. No, I shouldn't say that. It should be something. How do you walk Soto, and then that puts runners at first and second, and you piss the judge? I don't understand that. And he hit the ball another mile. That was his 300th home run. He's the youngest player to ever get the 300 home runs, Aaron Judge.
He only got 300? That's kind of crazy.
Shout out to Aaron Judge.
And remember, he was on the first during April, he was like ghost. He did not have a good April and part of May. And then he has just caught fire this year. So
who, Soto?
No, I'm talking about Judge.
Soto's on fire too. He has like
Soto has 30. Yeah, Soto has 34 home runs, 5 home runs in his last, I believe, 5 games, I believe.
Yeah, 4 games.
He had 4 games where he had 3 the other night against who? The White Sox.
Did the Yankees get blown out by the White Sox though?
They did get smoked the other night.
Yeah, the first game, and then we won the last 2. So
guys, it's one game, guys. Relax. In 100.
I don't want to hear that.
Relax, guys. Relax. Stop it.
The MLB,
shout out to Ryan.
Shout out to Ryan.
Guys,
that's the T-shirt, bro. We got to do that, man.
Bro.
MLB Power Rankings, according to CBS, you got the Phillies, Orioles, Yankees, Dodgers. Everybody keeps saying the Dodgers. It's the Dodgers years. It should be the Dodgers year. I don't want to hear no excuses because they got all of that talent, man. The Dodgers. Looks like they beat everybody back. Probably so. Yeah, you can say whatever. Yeah, they came from New York. Yeah, the Dodgers are Yankees of the West. Brewers.
It's about how they spin.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, I was like reading the wrong thing here. Okay, the power rankings. Here's the real true power rankings, right?
Please,
you got the Yankees, Orioles, Phillies, Dodgers, Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks and playing a really good series, man. I was looking at the game last night. Padres, Guardians. Guardians are 72 and 49. Pounding the ball. The Brewers, they're 3 games behind them. The Twins are 5 behind them. That AFC. The American League Central is really good for the exception of, you heard it, the Chicago White Sox. The Royals, they're right there behind. They're number 10 in the rankings. There go Ryan's Astros. They are 65 and 55.
8 wins in a row.
Yep. From last week.
Yeah, they hot. Houston is hot. So they're about to get control of that West. The game's up on Seattle.
You got the Mariners. They're number 12 in the rankings. You got the Red Sox, Braves, who are, helter-skelter this year with their 64 wins. They're number 14. The Giants, 62 and 62. And it looks like the Mets have fell back to the pack. Hey, shout out to Francisco Lindor. I looked at his stats this morning, and I was like, man, he's having a very good year, man, because Mills, he got bumped off. He's been having a pretty good year for the Mets, man. So shout out to Francisco Lindor. Mets, I don't agree with Hawk Tua throwing out your first pitch, and that's why y'all lost tonight, I guess. I couldn't believe it. I was like, she's here to throw out the first ball.
Francisco Lindor, he's finally not.
Media.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Francisco Lindor, he's not with SD. He's not, ski masking probably this year. Yeah, he probably hanging.
I want
to get a job.
I know, right? Let me go back to the NFL real quick while we got a few minutes. I didn't know Odell Beckham was with the Dolphins. Yeah, I did not know that.
He did sign early. That was early on.
That was early on. Well,
yeah, he got picked up.
He'll be there for a year.
Yeah, he's just going to do a year deal.
Bounce around.
Well, half a year. He'll be there for half a year.
Yeah, his dad hit social media about the 8th game.
Well, speaking of which, he's had eyes already with the folks down here in South Florida, man. Let me read this tweet. Pretty much people have been getting at him because of his injury status, and Odell Beckham says this: just got to realize I got more likes and clicks with my name and the story than without it. People really bored ASF. Name one person who wants to work from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and not get to do the one thing they love. Please make that make sense. Get the facts straight. Mind your business. That's from Odell Beckham Jr.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm with Von Wells. I don't know if that's. I don't know.
All right, Odell. You starting off wrong already, brother. I'm telling you, you just keep on putting your foot in your mouth. You just got here. You got a fan base that's a loyal fan base to the Dolphins for the most part.
Yeah.
All right, yo. Yeah. You know what? We just gonna shut up. We'll see. We're just gonna shut up. We won't talk about you, dog.
Them folks will come up out the poking beans now.
Yeah. I'm hungry. Keep it up.
They will come up out of the poking beans.
Beans and bologna.
Man. Great show tonight, man. Great show tonight, fellas. Dan, you are crazy, man. Great show tonight. I love these dudes, man. I really love how we talk about this thing called sports, and sports is supposed to bring people together. You're supposed to have authentic talk, barbershop talk. It gets heated and stuff like that. Nothing on here is damn scripted. I can tell you that much, man. And we have opinions about things, and at the end of the day of the show, you know what? We all brothers, man, and we still ride and rock hard for one another, man. And I just love it, man. I just love the sports talk, the real authentic sports talk, and that's what we're trying to definitely get back to, man. So with that said, parting shots, I'm gonna give it to our guest. Well, I ain't even call him guest, man. He family, man. Coach Wells, he hung out with us for the whole night. What you got for us, bro? Parting shots as we get on out of here, man.
Hey, appreciate it. Love being here, chatting it up with you guys. Don't forget SMP Podcast coming out, man. Looking forward to get it going. Like you say, authentic. We're going to keep it real. Rique and Will are some real guys, man. They're going to speak their mind and they're going to give you the real tea.
Yeah, they are.
So we definitely look to have a great show, man, and have you guys on there and be a part of everything, man. So we looking forward to it.
Gotcha. Thank you. Well, shout out to all those in the comments tonight. We got Mike, my main man, Mike Bristol. Shout out to you, man. We got Debbie, man. We got Miss Harden. Thank you so much. We got the angry one. He couldn't make it tonight, but he was in the comments tonight. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you, man. All those on the Twitch side, our Twitch followers, man. As I guess Dan and Mills is linked up to Twitch. Thank you, guys. Thank you for all those the Twitch followers, man. Thank you so much, man. Hey, Ryan, what you got for us, bro? As we get on out of here.
Just another great show. Always thank you guys for having me. I love it. WNBA, we back. Let's do it.
Oh, they're talking about the WNBA. I never seen a bunch of guys talk about. Shut up, man.
Hey, remember when I started 2 years ago with you guys? I'm like, hey, can we WNBA?
Yeah, you definitely on your guys.
Guys. Gotta have vision, man.
It'll be at least 20 teams by 2030. It'll be at least 20 teams by 2030.
Thank you, Caitlin. Thank you.
Thank
and
you,
Angel.
We got Mills. Mike Mills, what you got, bro?
Nothing major. Shout out to everybody that's here. Shout out to everybody that couldn't be here. Shout out to everybody watching. Shout out to my Dallas Mavericks just because Wells is here. And number one sports podcast in Tacklestand and stamp your bets on BetStamp. And that's it.
Yeah.
Nope. Thank you, Mills. D-Dubs, what you got for us, bro?
Yo, good show once again. Appreciate all you guys being here. Shout outs to the DA. Shout outs to the angry one. They'll be back with us next week. And great show. And we're gonna do it again next week.
No doubt. I promise you we'll give you some more football next week, man. It's preseason, not too much to really, what's this, game 2 of the preseason?
Yeah, it's game 2.
Yeah, we're paying full price for nothing.
Dan, don't you start.
He right though. Who cares? Nobody cares.
Yeah, I think I told you that earlier today, Kev. I was like, I talked to DA. I was like, yeah, man, I'm really not into like the preseason like that. I'm just like, yo, let's just start. I don't really hear about all these fabricated storylines that is made up, like Odell Beckham. I just want to play the game. Let's get the game plan. So forgive me for not being so much into the preseason. I'm not. I just keep my eyes to it. I see that your main man Russell Wilson's gonna make his debut. Things like that. I'll keep an eye on that. But Justin Fields had a rough last week was rough for him.
That was the center.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah.
then we switched.
You switched.
So we good.
So I think Russell's
two
going.
Steelers in here. Oh hell no!
Yeah, 2 Steelers.
In this shit.
That's right.
Wrap it up.
Let's go.
Hey, it's still tryouts. Just calm down. Still
Yeah,
tryouts.
it's still tryouts, man. That's what I'm saying. Like all of this is just tryouts to me right now. So
That's it.
I'm just watching. I'm not excited. It is what it is. Hopefully everybody stays healthy and we have a good season.
Yep. Appreciate you, D.
Yeah.
And if you're the toxic one, he says don't go to preseason games. Play same price.
Save your dollars. Watch it on TV.
I'm with Dan.
I'm trying to help you.
Listen, I don't have nothing heavy. Good show tonight, man. Shout out to my main man Wells, Coach Wells, for coming through. And,
in a good way.
His presence, man. Hey, make sure you look out for his podcast, Sips. What's the
Simply I make plays, dog. Get it right.
Simply I make plays. So, that's right. I'm sorry, Dan. I forgot you. You're gonna be like Eric. I shot you. Go ahead.
Oh, I thought he was doing YMCA. I thought he was doing
Yo, bro.
Under.
What is he doing over there?
Man, I'm over here trying to place a bet here on BetStamp, and I just get passed over. What the hell's going on?
Go ahead.
Yeah, okay.
Coach Wells, thank you for coming. Everybody, check out their podcast. Sounds like it's going to be a banger. Ryan, what size shirt you wear, bro?
Me?
Yep.
Medium.
Medium, okay.
Yes.
But yeah, it was great to see everybody. Yeah, last night we had great banter, great conversation. At least we kept this show to 2 hours. A lot less than it would have been. But angry one, DA, miss you guys. Everybody be safe. Take care. Enjoy the weekend.
Hey, quick question.
Go ahead.
Our text rant from last night, Dan. Can we like put that in like some chat with GP, whatever the thing is called? I'm old, man. The chat GPT thing and
the
let it
AI?
do something? Yeah, the AI, because it was a lot, man.
I'm pretty sure I can.
I think we can finagle it and get it up in Twin Box.
And do something, man. Like, that. Well, you guys, can I screenshot it to you? I forgot you guys are in the chat. You guys got it.
Hey, all I gotta say is, anybody complaining about how many there were, you can bite me, because every day I try to sleep during the day, and that shit happens.
Oh, dang.
So much where I had to start a new chat because Dan left the group.
Because I couldn't sleep. Bam, bam.
Oh, that's what happened? He left.
Yeah.
You gotta hide your alerts.
Yeah.
Us old people, we're not real familiar with
D&D,
iPhones.
This nap time, D&D.
So you know, I got some, you know, text messages with screenshots how to shut it off. So now we're good.
Yeah, we're good, Mike. Yeah, because Mike will tell you in a minute. He said, man, y'all damn texting 6:30 in the morning, man.
They get muted. If it's too much or it's too early, like if I'm doing something, I'm like, bro, come on. Like you said, trying to place a bet. I'm like, oh, here they go.
Uh-oh.
Man, make sure, speaking of bet, make sure you know, for all my bettors out there, you get at us at BetStamp. Go to our website, sportschaserspodcast.net. Go to merchandise and affiliates. You can click on the BetStamp website, and you can put in your bets according to your area that wherever you live in the country. It goes by your your geo positioning or whatever you got there, man. So make sure you go to BetStamp. Make sure we got merchandise. Make sure you check out our merchandise, man. Get some merchandise. Hey, we got some good ideas for some merchandise. I see now, guys, and some other stuff, man. But
guys.
No doubt.
Hey, that bet. What's his tagline? Get rich
or bet trying.
That's dope.
I actually talked about it with the guy. He kind of liked it, man. So we got some things in the work, man. But I don't have nothing heavy. Shout out to DA and the angry one in his absence. The angry one's in the chat. The DA, he had the night off tonight.
Okay. One more thing.
Ahead.
There's a UFC 305 this weekend.
Duplessis
and versus Adesanya. Yeah. That's this weekend. So definitely shout outs to that for UFC 305, and that's definitely a BetStamp.
That's a card.
Yeah,
Candidate.
Definitely candidate. Thank you, Dan. Yes, but that's it, Kev.
Make sure you check out that, man. So, hey, listen, I'm not going to belabor the point. On behalf of myself, I'm Kevin Owan, your host and moderator. For Mike Mills, for Ryan, for Dan, the toxic one, because it's not hockey season, so he's toxic. For Coach.
Hey, Matthew's got the captaincy of the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Did you see that? Wow. Bro.
Tavares gave it up.
Did they give it up or did they take it from?
No, I think he gave it up. He said he wanted to win in Toronto, not be the captain.
Okay. I guess. All right, cool.
Okay. Sorry. Keep going.
No, because I messed up. No, on behalf of myself, I'm Kevin Owan, your host and moderator. For Mike Mills, for Ryan, for Dan the Toxic One, for Coach Sylvester Wells, for Daryl D-Dubs Warrens, and also for James, Eric, and the DA in the absence. Yo, this is the Sports Chasers Podcast. Be good, be blessed, have a good one. Hey, have a great weekend. Peace.
That's a wrap for today's episode of the Sports Chasers Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and your favorite podcast platforms, and connect with us on all social media channels for exclusive content and updates. We'd also love for you to join the conversation, share your thoughts, and become part of the Sports Chasers community. And remember to tune in next time for some more real sports talk. Until then, stay frosty.